Yeah. So when did you guys start focusing more energy on like riding the sort of chartered stuff?
The uncharted, yeah.
Like when you, because you had a really, when I only saw you ride that one time other than in videos, but like you had a really strong, like powerful, like aggro. It was like there was a lot of emotion in it.
That's the way I saw street, mate. I aggressive, fast, yeah, with precision as well.
Yeah.
But plenty of attitude. But that's just, I suppose that's the way I was. I was quite angry, I suppose, John. I think the 80s, I mean, especially the political system, you were rallying against that, I was quite angry when my parents split. I think that's been a big driving force, mate. So something must have lit the fire, and I think it could only be those two things,
Yeah.
But sorry, I've gone off topic. What
no,
was
it's all right. So how, like that, you're saying that sort of riding style evolved from the anger that you were feeling as a youngster.
Oh, certainly was, yeah.
That was still the fuel, because it looks angry. The riding, like you say, is a perfect description of what you just said.
Yeah, but I was older, so I was more physical. I was certainly sort of built for it, maybe. But that's the way I saw street riding then. To be aggressive, to be, to give it your all. I think that's how it was. And I think the first time I saw Pete Augustin ride, I just thought, we are so simpatico. We were so fucking close in our sort of vision of what street riding should be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? When was that you saw him ride?
I saw Pete Augustin ride. He came over. I don't know if it was the Champ of Champs, but he's certainly at Alfreton doing a photo shoot. I don't know if you remember. You might be able to find it. He was doing a rock and roll on a wall. And he was I think he was doing a blunt as well.
Yeah.
But he did this rock and roll on this wall on the entrance to Alfreton Leisure Centre, as was. And he damn near fucking destroyed this wall, John. I mean, it was in pieces by the time he done it. And I was like, fuck yeah, I can relate to this dude. It's like fucking looking in a mirror, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's good. And it was, he was selling sort of Odyssey stuff on the back of his car as well, as the pros wants, you know what I mean? And after the photo shoot, he was just sort of resting and so on. I thought, surely this guy wants somebody to ride with. He's just doing a photo shoot, you know what I mean? He's just come all the way from America. So there was just like some walls and, you know what I mean, a little... I just thought, I thought I'll sort of jam with him and stuff. And then other people sort of joining in and so forth, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, I thought, yeah, why not,
So you met him then, yeah?
That was the first and only time I saw him, yeah.
Oh, amazing. So was that before you were telling me about there was going to be a photo shoot of you and him?
No, that was way later on. That was probably late 89, I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, late 89. What it was is, not many people know this, but James Hudson, who was contributing for Rad at the time, I think Pete Augustin was over. I think he must have been dating somebody in London, but he was definitely over. And he says, do you want to do a photo shoot? It's sort of a UK versus USA sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, I bloody do. Yeah, I do. Because I'd seen the caliber he was riding at, you know what I mean? And I was quite comfortable with that. But by this point, I think we'd sort of was doing our own thing, most certainly. And he'd not seen half the tricks that we were doing. So I was like, yeah, I'd relish this. But it wasn't to be. As I say, I think the M20, it was told to me that the M25 was flooded, so he couldn't get up. And this was before, the internet, I didn't even have a phone, John, you know what I mean? It was just like, right, meet at this point, you know what I mean? Meeting works up and we're going to do this photo shoot, you know what I mean? I waited all day for nothing.
Wow.